So, did you spot any differences in how the two volcanoes look? Hopefully, you're able to notice that the exploding kind of volcano, well, at least before it explodes, it's shaped like this, like a tall cone. So, let's call these the cone volcanoes. But what about the shape of the other kind of volcano, the kind that doesn't explode, the more gentle erupting kind? Notice how these volcanoes tend to be wide, but not as tall. Scientists call these shield volcanoes because one of the first ones ever discovered was noticed by the Vikings in Iceland, who thought that it looked like the shape of one of their battle shields when set down on the ground. Personally, they remind me more of the top of an umbrella, but we'll go with the word shield because that's the word that scientists use. There was a second difference you noticed between these two volcanoes, and that's how their rocks look. The rocks of the cone volcano, the kind that explodes, are all pale or light colored, like pale pink or pale tan. Scientists call these pale colored rocks felsite. But the rocks that come from the shield volcano, the kind that doesn't explode, are all dark colored, dark gray or black. Scientists call these dark colored rocks basalt. So we still don't know why one kind of volcano explodes and the other one erupts gently. But we do know that the two volcanoes each have their own shape and each have their own kind of rock. That brings us to a really big clue. It turns out that the reason for the two different rocks are because these volcanoes actually are erupting two different kinds of lava. One of the lavas looks like this. It moves pretty quickly because it's thin and runny. It's kind of like syrup or honey in how it flows. A couple of scientists in New York recently made a device where they can take some of the rocks from the thin runny kind of lava and melt them, turning the rocks back to lava again. This is what it looks like. They pour it out and they observe it up close. And they can do all this without having to travel to a volcano. You see how thin and runny this stuff is? But now the other kind of lava is like this. It's thick and pasty. It might shoot out steam and fire. You can see this is a video taken at nighttime. But you notice how the lava itself just sort of sits there? It has the thickness of a material like toothpaste or peanut butter. It doesn't flow or move much at all. So which lava belongs to which type of volcano? Does the cone volcano erupt thin, runny lava or thick, pasty lava? And could the differences between these two kinds of lavas explain the differences we've been seeing between the two kinds of volcanoes?